So this is probably the second or third day I had the drone, and I wanted to see how far I could take it out with staying in the limits. And I actually was still quite a bit within the limit of range where it can go and communicate. So I was impressed with that, and I quickly just flew over this 100 acres of our old property, and I just kind of wanted to check it out, see what it is. I did just drive over almost all of it with the 360 camera and got a ground view, and I wanted to get the aerial view as well and just kind of have a little bit of fun. I didn't go over the bushes much, but I have done that since, and it honestly looks pretty neat when you look down over top of the bush. This is a day or two before the barn came down, and I actually just kind of reversed and went back the same route that I had gone originally because my dad had just came in and I was showing him the drone for the very first time, and I was kind of flying out and having a look at the stuff. It's kind of boring, but I kind of focused on one of the ditches down here, just kind of showing him the difference of the ditches now comparatively to what they used to be. But that's not really a big point of this video, but I was kind of like, might as well leave it in. It's no harm. So each and every one of these field have memories. I'm not really going to go into all the memories and stuff like that of each field and what they meant to me and why I remember each field. But this field in particular that it just flew over, I will never ever forget. Many years ago, I was using a piece of equipment called a stacker, and over in the distance, I actually saw a plane crash in the distance. So every time I'm back in that field or looking in that field, I always remember the moment that I saw that. It was like a little ultralight plane, and it went down, and unfortunately, the guy did not survive. And that was kind of one of those moments where, it was a beautiful sunset, everything looked great, and then something tragic happened. So always a memory in the field, and every field has a different memory. Most of them not bad ones like that. And I just kind of wanted to have a look at the everything as I went around, and I did go up and have one more run at everything, just because I'm practicing. So we started all over again. And again, I am still in the learning process. So I do try to go in a little bit different directions. I try to go a little bit right, a little bit left, forward, back, up, down, tilt, and just try to get a feel for everything. Um, Also using the autopilot, which I think is what I was practicing here. And that's exactly what I was doing because on my second or third day, I was not that good at going around in a circle and while taking video. So that was definitely the auto. I was trying to get better at that before the barn came down because I really wanted to make sure that I had it in the air doing the autopilot when the barn came down because I really wanted to capture that. And I was happy how that turned out for the most part with the drone. And I went for another flight and I went around the opposite field because I just kind of felt that I wanted to go around the field again. Again, just practicing, no real reason for doing it. I went a little farther to the edges, kind of had a look at some more spots. And, as a farmer, even if I'm not farming actively anymore, you still like looking at the crops, looking at the field. And, I find it interesting because these are the fields I cropped for so many years as far as taking hay off it. The difference in how it's reacting, where it's water sitting versus how we had it. The ditches that the people are doing now comparatively to how we did it. So I find that all very fascinating, and I enjoy going for the flight, and I enjoy just really checking everything out. No other reason other than honestly, this is again second or third day. I'm basically going for a joyride. I really can't say any other reason, but I do like looking at everything. I kind of wish I went over the bush a little more on this joyride, just to kind of have a keepsake of that for me down the road, but I'm going to go out and maybe do the whole flight again multiple times. I'm kind of waiting for a day where there's lots of snow where I can go out and do that round again. Anyhow, thanks for joining me as I learn a new toy, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one and be a little bit better.